Hello and welcome to the Christine Minotti Bowenko Arena and Convocation Center here on the campus of Eureka College. As today's matchup will feature your Eureka College Red Devils against the Greenville Panthers. I'm Thomas Harrison. Alongside me is Kyle Cashauer. We'll be back after the anthem to bring you the keys to tonight's matchup. Hello and welcome back to the Christine Minotti Bullwinkle Arena and Convocation Center as the lights are off and the starting lineups are taking the floor after that beautiful rendition of the national anthem. I'm Thomas Harrison. Alongside me is Kyle Cashdollar. And tonight, the Eureka College Red Devils welcome in the top-seeded Greenville Panthers here into the Reagan Center. The Panthers coming into the contest with a record of 18-4, standing at 12-1 in the conference, while your Red Devils come into the contest winning their last 4 contests with a record of 12-10 and 6-7 in the SLIAC. Kyle, this team has gotten hot at the right time as they welcome the top-seeded Panthers into the Reagan Center. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what this team needs to do?
Well, Thomas, you mentioned it. Greenville is the best team in the league, and it's essential to get off to a great start, hot start against this team. As you mentioned, Eureka's gotten hot as of late. They need to keep that going early here. The way they can do that is to stay out of foul trouble, especially Olivia Falls and Kennedy Dura. We've seen lately that Falls especially has gotten into foul trouble early, and that takes her out of the game for much of the first half. It's essential she's got to stay in this one.
Yeah, this team looks like a different team when Olivia Falls is on the floor, a freshman that has come in and made a big impact this season. Great rebounder. Great at just that second jump you always talk about, the quick second shot attempt after an offensive rebound, and she does a great job for the Red Devils. As the Red Devils starting 5 has taken the floor, and Ashley Harfs, Olivia Falls, Josie Morgan, Kennedy Dura, and Samantha Sarnes. Tip won by Greenville, but stolen by Olivia Falls. Kennedy Dura immediately tries to go down low to the basket. That one tipped out of bounds, and the ball will stay with the Red Devils as they look to get a quick shot attempt up there in just 7 seconds. This team came out of the opening break firing. Josie Morgan looks to inbound the ball from underneath the basket. She'll be forced to go long to Sarnes. Sarnes takes a dribble down to the block, kicks it out. They will swing it back to Josie Morgan. Her three-point attempt from the corner just off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Panthers. Panthers really looking to push the tempo here up the floor quickly as a quick foul. There will go against Ashley Harfs. That one will send Wesley Woodard to the line. Talked about the foul troubles. This team, not a large roster. We see a lot of minutes from these starting 5 on the floor right now. In our last contest we covered, Kyle, against Webster, we saw several players get into 3-4 foul troubles late in the game as Eureka was trying to hold off that late push from Webster. This team really has to avoid that foul trouble early.
Yeah, Harfs, however, was one of the few players that was able to stay out of foul trouble for the most part. I believe she only had about 1 foul going into the 4th quarter, so even though it's a foul early, it's probably good that it was her.
Greenville here pressuring the ball all the way up the floor, but they will find an open Ashley Harfs in the corner. That one high off the rim. I will go off the shot clock and go back to Greenville. Greenville there we saw knock down a pair of free throws and then come out with a very aggressive trapping press. Eureka was able to break that one. Unfortunately, just not able to get that shot to fall. Greenville, a lot of motion working the ball around the perimeter as right there Woodard puts up the turnaround jumper and she will knock that one down. Here's Samantha Sarnes looking to inbound. A lot of pressure. Is that a quick turnover to the Panthers? And a foul right there as that will send Emily Brandlin to the line. Just like we mentioned, Kyle, the foul trouble. Kennedy Dura now picking up her first foul, and the Red Devils found themselves in a 4-0 hole early. The 5'11 junior puts up her first free throw attempt, knocks that one down. Greenville has jumped out to a 5-0 lead here less than a minute into the contest. Knocking down the pair, pushing this one to 6. And now Sarnes once again will look to inbound. She gets that one to Josie Morgan. Morgan dribbles, trying to pass out of the trap there. She gets that one up to Falls. A touch pass to Sarnes, and they've broken the press. Get it back into Ashley Harfs. The same shot as last time. Passes up, but this time gets to the basket. That shot blocked, but Falls comes away with the rebound. Now tipped away, and Greenville is off and running in transition. Greenville just working all the way down low. It looks like number 23, Wesley Woodard, may have gotten away with a little bit of a travel there, but that shot, fortunately for the Red Devils, no good. Kyle, it looks like this team is going to look to take advantage of the size differential they're seeing down low. The Red Devils, not the biggest team, certainly will be just about as physical as anybody, but this Greenville team has some size.
Yeah, it's been a rough start for them here early on, but offensively I feel like if they can break this press efficiently, I like their chances.
That shot no good. Once again, rebounded by the Panthers. The Red Devils here have done a good job of breaking the press, but they're just forcing up some tough shots down low, not getting those to fall early. So now Greenville gets a second chance at it, and Woodard puts that one down to extend this lead to 8. As now they've once again broken the pressure. Ashley Harfs tries to get to the basket again, no good. Rebounded by Falls. Falls gets a second chance at it. That one loose on the floor, but Falls will be fouled. That foul will go against number 12, Megan Barrett of the Greenville Panthers. Now Greenville coming out in the 2-3 zone off the inbound. Get the ball to Dura, looking to set up the offense here. She'll go cross court to Sarnes. Sarnes had some space, thought about it, drives through, and they will call her for the travel as that basket will be waved off. This Red Devil team, it looks like early here, Kyle, Greenville is really dictating the pace of play. While the Red Devils have broken the press, they're really just trying to be aggressive to the basket, and that's something I like to see, just unfortunately not able to get these shots to fall at the rim.
No, and that's something we haven't seen as of late the past few games. They've been very hot from the floor. Unfortunately, it just hasn't been so about 2.5 minutes into this game.
Again, they will work down low, take advantage of the size differential. That one tipped away, almost gets her own rebound. Sarnes hits the floor. Sarnes able to get that rebound, and head coach Amos Arbogast wisely takes the timeout right there. So they have to look to kill the Greenville momentum down right now. As right now, Greenville just working the ball down low to Emily Brandlin and Wesley Woodard. Two big bodies down low, just really trying to work down low on the block, one-on-one, forcing the Red Devils to trap, but still they're doing a good job of getting some clean shots up.
Yeah, I don't know about you, Thomas, but early on here, it just seems like the Red Devils are slow in about everything they do. We mentioned they needed to come out to a hot start here against the best team in the conference. They've done about the opposite of that.
So you can see exactly why this Greenville team is the top dog in the conference. They are playing very well, playing a very clean game right off of the opening tip. That inbound there will go to Josie Morgan. She will just dribble right through the pressure herself. She finds Kenny Dura in the corner, puts up that three short, no good, and that will be a foul on the Red Devils. That will be Ashley Harf's second foul. Mentioned rare to see her in foul trouble, but she has picked up 2 quick ones, and that'll force freshman Sierra Seals to check into the contest. Now Greenville inbounds up 8-0 here with 7:20 left in the first quarter of action. Brittany Lopez will bring the ball up the floor for the Panthers. So once again working down low for kicking out to the perimeter. Right back to the low block to Emily Brandlin. She has another quick two. Now Dura will swing this one to Sarnes. She thinks about it, and another travel call on Sarnes there. She looks to get that quick jab step, just not putting the ball down quickly enough. So now Marissa Murphy will check into the contest for the Red Devils. They face a 10-0 deficit here with 6:55 left in the first quarter.
Hold on, we should have had a reset. So we should be at 27 now.
As we have some issues with the shot clock, they will get everything straightened out. We will resume this contest. As they inbound the ball to Alexandra Fry. And immediately work down low. Just throwing that one up was number 32, Morgan St. James, and the Red Devils get away with one there. Just stealing a possession from Greenville. Trying to work around the perimeter, get it to Marissa Murphy. Greenville doing a good job of not letting anything really come down low inside the three-point line as they get that one to Falls, and that shot blocked. Will be out of bounds. The Red Devils getting the ball. Kyle, I don't know about you, but it looks like Eureka trying to run the weave here, trying to work inside the three-point line, and Greenville is just cutting off every possible lane.
Yeah, Eureka is definitely struggling here early on, but you got to give credit where credit is due, and Greenville is playing great intense defense.
as Morgan St. James has checked in, had 2 quick blocks right there, and that will be a turnover for Greenville, as Josie Morgan was doing a great job applying the pressure as the Panthers look to bring the ball up the floor. Something we haven't seen early in the contest. Eureka usually just so great at forcing turnovers, getting some steals, and right there they get their first of the contest. Dura thinks about it. They swing it back to Josie Morgan. Takes a dribble inside, gets some space, kicks it back out to Dura. Swing of 2 steals, trying to work down low to Falls, as she will work inside out right here as Josie Morgan step back 3. Rattles around, no good. Rebounded by the Panthers. So now the Panthers slow this one down, look to set up the offense. Again, great passing, great floor spacing here. And Marissa Murphy with the shot block. They will call that one a jump ball. However, it didn't look like anyone really had possession right there as the shot went up. It looked like it was a clean block, but that'll be a jump ball, and possession will remain with the Panthers.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he called the jump ball on the block there, but strange call.
Now they will inbound to Morgan St. James. Her shot misses everything, but rebounded by the Panthers, passed around, and that one will be good for Haven Robertson. 12-0 here, Greenville, as Marissa Murphy is looking to make something happen as they will swing the ball back around to Sierra Seals. Looking to cut down low, but this Greenville defense is just swarming the ball here as that one tipped, gets to Falls, and Falls will head to the free throw line looking to put the Red Devils on the board here. 5 minutes and 11 seconds left in the first quarter. We touched on it in the contest against Webster, Kyle. Olivia Falls so valuable as a post player that is also great from the free throw line, as it seems like that's becoming more and more of a rarity in the game of basketball these days. So her first free throw attempt is good. She'll get the Red Devils into the scoring column as Greenville hold on to an 11-point lead. Falls knocks down the pair, and now the Red Devils will press the inbound. Murphy almost tips that one away. It's just a man-to-man pressure here, just forcing Greenville. Use some time, just trying to make them force some passes. Again, Greenville working inside. They will kick that one out and reset, swinging the ball back around the perimeter. St. James throws that one cross court. The corner 3, no good off the back of the iron, rebounded by Olivia Falls. Strong rebound there from Falls, just ripping that one away. She gets it up to Sierra Seals, and that one stolen away by Elena Davis. Now the Panthers in transition. They will take another 3-point attempt. No good. Once again, rebounded by Falls.
Past couple possessions here, the Red Devils are doing a much better job rebounding.
As Dura tries to thread the needle right there, and that one's stolen by Morgan St. James. So we see so oftentimes those passes get through, but this Greenville team, the best defensive outing we have seen so far throughout the course of this season.
Yeah, so far, usually the Red Devils have been able to take that chance and be aggressive with those passes. Need to make an adjustment, though, against this Greenville team.
A St. James shot is no good, rebounded by Murphy. So now the Red Devils trying to set up the offense, get something going here. As Murphy now takes a 3-point attempt, no good, rebounded there by Davis. Trying to set up the offense here, get something going as St. James has the ball near the 3-point line. Looking to work the ball down low. And that corner 3, no good, tipped away and rebounded there by Greenville. The way this team is playing, you really can't afford to give them second chances here. So they swing it back to the corner, looking to spread the floor as there's a lot of congestion there down low. Trying to split the double team, but that will be a travel by Bantalina, and that'll be a turnover for the Greenville Panthers. So we see the line change for Greenville. They knew 5 as they hold on to a 10-point lead, 12-2 here with 3 minutes and 7 seconds in the first quarter. Again, pressuring the inbound as they get that one to Josie Morgan. She has some room to work with. Bring the ball up the floor. Morgan trying to drive through the lane. She will get to the basket and lay that one in. Nice move by Morgan, using her speed and that quick first step to get right to the basket. That pass tipped away, almost stolen by the Red Devils, but it will eventually be corralled by Woodard and put in for two. That steal, Josie Morgan once again able to dribble through the pressure. She looks to get right to the basket. Once again, some contact right there, no good. And that will be a foul on Sierra Seals. She came in trying to clean that one up, get the second chance points. But unfortunately enough for her, that will be a foul on the Red Devils.
I'm surprised we didn't get a foul call on that Morgan take to the basket. It seemed like there was a lot of contact.
Yeah, Morgan really just taking it upon herself to get aggressive and try to get to the basket on these last few possessions. So now Jakeisha Hawkins has checked into the game for the Red Devils. That three-point attempt, no good, rebounded by Morgan. Again, Morgan tries to drive, kick it out, find some open space. Jakeisha Hawkins, the lethal shooter off the bench for the Red Devils. That one no good, rebounded by Lopez. Let's look to pressure up for a great play there by Marissa Murphy. She tips that one away and then hustles to the sideline to throw that one off of Greenville. Those are the kind of plays that can steal you a possession right there, get you some momentum. Great job by the freshman.
Yeah, great hustle play there, and you need every single one of those you can get here, down 10 already in the first quarter.
Greenville holds on to that 14-4 lead. Murphy now will split the defense. She will dribble through, find Sargent in the corner. The extra pass to Hawkins. They look to swing it completely cross court. And another travel here on the perimeter for the Red Devils. That's the third travel call we've seen beyond the three-point arc.
Yeah, and we saw a lot of travel calls early in the season, and it's looking more and more like it's October, November instead of February now.
Greenville just looking to work down low again, but they will get a 3-second call there on Brandlin as she was just posted up down low. And really most of the game we have seen the exact same thing from Brandlin and Woodard. We talk about the size advantage, standing at 5'11 and 5'10 respectively. A big advantage there on the low block. We get that one to Sarnes in the corner, just off, no good, tipped around, rebounded by Lopez. Again stripped away by Murphy as she is playing great defense here in transition. So now Seals trapped in the corner. She will throw that one out of bounds off of Greenville, give the Red Devils a chance to reset here.
Yeah, that's we're seeing high IQ plays from multiple freshmen, and that's a good thing to see moving forward.
Hawkins will look to inbound here as she is guarded on the inbound by St. James. Tries to go over the top in St. James, the long arms, swats that one away, stolen, and an easy bucket there for Greenville. And then off that inbound attempt, that one tipped out of bounds. So we'll see Josie Morgan quickly checking back into the game for the Red Devils. Greenville leading by 12 here, 16-4, a minute 15 in the first quarter. This inbound more successful. They will get it to Dura and pass this one up the court, 3-on-2 as Greenville is hustling back. One was loose on the floor for St. Hawkins, able to get it back. So now a foul there will go against number 3, Jansen Michael. And the Red Devils will take the ball out. Actually, no, it looks like a little bit of confusion as they get another line change for Greenville. But the Red Devils will take this one out from the sideline. So we are under a minute here to play in the first quarter. Eureka looking to cut into this 12-point deficit. Let's get the ball to Josie Morgan. She had some space. I don't know if she knew she was going to have that kind of space, as it looked like she was ready to give the ball up. Ball fake there by Sarnes, finds the open Kennedy Dura. Short, no good, rebounded there by Krukwick. And another turnover for Greenville. So you can hear the frustration from their head coach as they've had a couple turnovers here in transition. Things have gotten a little bit sloppy for Greenville, looking to clean this up. They have the 12-point lead, but things certainly look like Eureka has a little bit of momentum here.
Yeah, it seems like this past few minutes here is absolutely no flow for either side.
So right there, a turnover for Eureka. Will give the ball back to Greenville. So we have a 6-second differential between the shot and game clock. Looking to get that one work inside out with St. James. She thinks about it, kicks it to the corner. Hesitation there, 18 seconds on the shot clock. To work down low, tipped away, but picked up by the Panthers. Crewquit puts up the three and knocks that one down. So shot clock is off, and that pass stolen away by Greenville. 4 on 3, and another three-pointer there for Greenville as 6 points here in the last 20 seconds have pushed this lead up to 18 points as Greenville has come in here and started off extremely hot, jumping out to a 22-4 lead. I think the break at the end of the quarter could not have come at a better time for the Red Devils as 2 quick turnovers led to 2 big three-pointers there by the Greenville Panthers.
There's no doubt they definitely need to regain their composure heading into the second quarter here. You can see the frustration on really all the Red Devils' faces. They are frustrated for good reason, down 18 in just the end of the first quarter. They got to have a big push here coming out of the break.
Yeah, that deficit jumped from 12 to 18 in the final 20 seconds of the contest of the first quarter of action. And this Red Devil team, we talked about having to get off to a hot start, and they just weren't able to do that. This Greenville team, certainly a very capable one, coming in with a record of 18-4, 12-1 in the conference, and they are showing to us exactly why they're the top dog. As we get our statistics here from the scores table, Kyle, why don't you get us a little bit of a rundown of what you're seeing?
Yeah, the big number that sticks out here, the field goal percentage for the Red Devils. They're only shooting 1 for 18 from the floor. Obviously, 1 for anything is not good unless it's 1 for 1 or 1 for 2. But 0 for 8 from the three-point range as well. It's just obviously you don't make shots, you don't have a chance, but hopefully they can get those shots to sink here in the second quarter.
We've seen the Red Devils go through spurts where it seems like everything is falling or nothing is falling. Hopefully they can just get the negative streak out of the way here and get things picked up here as we start the second quarter of action. Some hand off to Dura. She had some space, thought about it. Josie Morgan from the corner, and right on cue, she knocks down that three as they almost match the scoring output of the entire first quarter in one possession. As that pass tipped by Dura, try to work inside out, and stolen away by Dura. This could be just what the Red Devils needed. Go on a little bit of a run of their own. So they try to go back to Morgan in the corner. That one tipped out of bounds. The Red Devils will retain possession.
I've been extremely impressed so far by the defense of Greenville. They just seem to have their hands in every passing lane.
They've really done a great job of limiting the off-ball motion as well, just clogging up the lanes, forcing out a congestion down low. As that shot by Morgan, no good. Rebounded by Woodard. Lopez swings the ball, cutting through the lane. A lot more motion by this Greenville offense. Brandlin goes to Woodard, back out to Lopez as she'll try to work down low and triple team down there, but gets a little bit of space. And that one rebounded by Dura. She goes over to Marissa Murphy as Greenville will stop the fast break and the Red Devils slow it down, looking to set up the offense. Swing it to Dura. Dura with the quick trigger. That shot no good, rebounded by Lopez. You can see the Red Devils here, especially to start the second quarter, as Murphy again with the great steal in transition. The Red Devils are getting much better shots here early to start the second quarter. That one no good, rebounded by Falls. She tries to put it right back up, and that'll be a jump ball. And possession will go to Greenville. It seems like while these shots aren't falling, Eureka getting much better looks at the basket than they were in that first quarter.
Yeah, it's only been a minute and a half here in the second, but it's very obvious. It's a vast difference between the first and second.
Lopez looks to swing it, trying to work down low. Again, nice job defensively by Falls, not allowing that pass to come to the interior. She will grab the rebound and kick that one off to Josie Morgan. Morgan gets it to Murphy. She thought about the three. Instead, will try to drive around the lane. That one high off the backboard, no good. Tipped around and rebounded by the Panthers. Panthers getting the play call from the bench here. See, looks like a little bit of confusion from Greenville as everyone is fairly stationary for a moment. That shot blocked by Sarnes, tipped away to Murphy. Goes over the top to Morgan, immediately down low. Kick out pass to Dura. And that pass wild will be an over and back violation right there as the Red Devils, glad they got that whistle, as if not, that would have been an easy layup there for Michael. 22-7, the Panthers still on top here with 7.5 minutes before halftime. Brandon and Woodard on the perimeter right now, trying to dish the ball off and then cut to the basket. They're trying to hit their big post players, cutting through the lane, but Falls has done a great job in this second quarter of really shutting down the paint. And right there, she will come away with the rebound after forcing a long shot. So you can tell Greenville just doesn't seem as comfortable when they're working the ball on the outside, putting up three-point shots. So it'll be a foul on Barrett of the Panthers. The Red Devils will inbound from the sideline. Another mass substitution from the Panthers, certainly keeping everybody fresh here on the floor. So you can see with that high pace of play, exactly what you would expect.
Yeah, and they absolutely have the depth to do it. Looking at this roster sheet here, it looks like Greenville's team is probably double the numbers as Eureka's.
See that great look down low to Falls, gets it to fall at the left. So you can see she's calling out that assist from Samantha Sarnes. A great look down low, the pass from block to block. 22-9, Greenville still on top. Falls now will be fronting St. James down low, not wanting them to get the inbounds pass. Going over the top, almost stripped away by Murphy. She gets the hand in there, puts that ball on the floor. Greenville forcing this one up. The shot clock runs down, no good, and rebounded by Falls, going up high and ripping that one down. Sarnes hands that one off to Harfs. Harfs thinks about it. She will spin, try to work down low. Throws that one up. No good. Tipped around and finally corralled by Cruquit. Red Devils here have almost held Greenville scoreless for half of the second quarter. So Red Devils trying to chip away at that lead. That'll be an offensive foul there on number 23, Wesley Woodard. So Red Devils here, low-scoring quarters. The Red Devils up 5-0 in the quarter, but still trail 22-9. Get it to Morgan. She is able to get that one off to Dura. Dura just blows by the defense. 2-on-1. Falls and Sarnes. Falls puts up the floater. No good. Tipped around and corralled by Sarnes as she throws that one off of the feet of a Greenville defender. And the Red Devils will keep this one inbounding it from underneath the basket.
Yeah, it was a nice job by Sarnes there. Heads-up move thrown at the feet of the defender. I would have liked to see Falls take one more dribble to the basket before putting that one up.
As the long inbound goes to Harfs. Great ball movement here by the Red Devils as Sarnes puts up that three, gets that one to fall. And the Red Devils have cut this deficit down to 10. Still holding the Panthers scoreless here in the second quarter. After that first quarter was nothing but Greenville offense. They try to go down low, working inside out. That shot by St. James, no good, but rebounded by Greenville, ripped away by Falls. Greenville gets 3 chances at it, and that's how they will kick off their second quarter scoring.
Yeah, and it seems like we say this every game, Thomas, but just giving teams 2 or 3 possessions at it, they're bound to make one of those, and you just can't have that if you want to get back into this game.
Sarnes with the nice move, the hesitation, driving to the basket as she will answer with a shot of her own. Josie Morgan here with the foul. And the Panthers will inbound from underneath the basket. Trying to work it to the corner. Think about the shot. They get it down low to St. James. She turns around, just throws that one up. No good. Rebounded, however, by Greenville. Like you mentioned, we talk about every game, but giving the team 2 or 3 chances at the basket certainly going to hurt you, but the Red Devils come away with it there after giving Greenville a couple of possessions. Sarnes gets her own rebound, goes up. Looked like there could have been a jump ball call, but they will say she was fouled there by St. James, and now Sarnes will head to the free throw line looking to cut this deficit to single digits.
Yeah, we're already only 4 minutes left in the half here. It's really obvious the difference between these two quarters, not only for how Eureka is playing, but just the rhythm in the game overall. The first quarter was very choppy, tons of stoppages, just really sloppy play. But this second quarter has a very fast, crisp pace to it.
Yeah, certainly much more of the Eureka style of basketball there as they have cut this deficit down to single digits, 24-15 with 4 minutes and counting in the second half. They're trying to work down low again. Falls almost rips that one away. Forced to reset the offense here with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Red Devils doing a good job just forcing a lot of confusion here for this Greenville offense. Now Lopez tries to drive, throws it up. Tough pass there to Kruquit. She drives baseline and gets that one to fall. Kruquit had to put that shot up quickly with the shot clock running down. But the Red Devils here get it and break the press. Sarnes, that one tipped away by Kruquit. They're off and running 3-on-1. Dura, the lone Red Devil back, and she comes up with a big steal right there. Outlets that one to a wide open Sam Sarnes, who will just put that one up easily from the block and get it to fall. (26-17). Greenville still on top by 9 as we are under 3 minutes left, and that will be a travel on Brandlin. So you can see the head coach from Greenville, the frustration here as the Red Devils have certainly outplayed Greenville here in the second quarter after Greenville got out to the hot start, cutting this deficit to 9.
Yeah, they have the deficit here in the 7 minutes of the second quarter. It's exactly what they needed if they wanted to get back in this. Still down 9, so it's a tall mountain to climb, but with more than a half to go, they definitely have a shot at it if they keep this up.
Yeah, they just have to keep chipping away. Something that has really helped out, like you mentioned, Kyle, in that first quarter, kind of sloppy play almost from both sides. The Red Devils only 1 foul here in the second quarter, really cleaned that up. So it's really good to see nobody really in foul trouble. Couple with 1, Harfst has 2, but Harfst is a player that plays very clean basketball. Very rare to see her in foul trouble.
Does he have 28 or 26 in his book? Points.
As Morgan gets that one, 2 falls. The great look, falls, great finish with the left there with some contact. It's now this deficit down to 7 with 2:45 and ticking in the first half. Lopez trying to find the open Panther there as they will get it to Kruquit in the corner. They go over the top cross court, passing up on the 3 as Greenville trying to get back down low. That one forced up, no good, but tipped away. And the second chance opportunity comes back to bite the Red Devils as Helena Davis able to tip that one away and put it in for 2. Sarnes goes over the top to Kennedy Dura as her pass will be tipped away and stolen by the Panthers. Get to Lopez, 2 minutes left in the first half of action. Again, some confusion on the Greenville offense as there's just no motion right now. Everyone's standing looking for somebody to make the first move. They try to work down low, try to swing this one quickly, and a travel there by Davis. Of course, another turnover for the Panthers. Now the Red Devils break the pressure, get it in the corner to Sarnes. She thinks about it, she will pull the trigger. Long rebound, almost corralled by Morgan, but she is tie rope in the sideline and eventually will step on it out of bounds. Turnover for the Red Devils. Eagleson checks back into the game for the Panthers as they lead 28-19. Eagleson bringing the ball up the floor, guarded by Morgan. Double screen up top. The Red Devils will play that one nicely as now Brandlin looking to drive against Falls, tries to kick that one out. And there's a 3-second violation against Davis and the Panthers. Another turnover here for Greenville.
Yeah, they're really just shooting themselves in the foot here. It would be nice to see Eureka make a push and start to make those mistakes hurt them.
It's the deficit down to single digits. So Red Devils looking to chip away before halftime. Harfst does a nice job getting to the basket, but that one just too hard off of the backboard. There's a whistle, and that foul will go against Elena Davis of the Panthers, and the Red Devils will get a second chance at it. Morgan will inbound again against this 2-3 zone of Greenville. Has done a very good job trapping in the corner. Get it to Sarnes. She puts up the three off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Eagleson. So we are nearing 1 minute left in the contest. Left in the first half of the contest, pardon me, as they work down low, forcing that one out to Brandlin. The free throw line jumper, no good. Out of bounds off the Panthers. Possession will go to the Red Devils. .53 seconds left in the half here. The Red Devils trying to get this down to at least a 2-possession game before they head into the locker room. Morgan just dribbles through the press herself, gets that one to Dura. Dura finds some space as she goes around the key, puts that one off, gets the nice roll off the front of the rim. 2 points for Dura.
One more stop and a score for Eureka here would be huge going into the halftime locker room.
As that shot will go up from Brandlin. Post player stepping out beyond the perimeter, and she will put up the three, knocks that one down, extending this Greenville lead back to 10 as Dura tries to just dribble through the pressure, and that one will be stripped away by Eagleson. Then Dura just trying to steal that one back, will foul Eagleson, and now Greenville has the ball. 16 seconds left, and the shot clock is off. Greenville likely holding for the final shot here as they dribble out up top and start the offense with about 10 seconds left. They work down low to Brandlin. She thinks about it. And there's 3 seconds there on Brandlin, as that is the third 3-second call we've gotten against the Greenville Panthers with those big bodies and trying to work the ball down low. Really, the post player's just camping out down there. 5 seconds on the clock as the pressure will be pulled off near half court as this ball will be rolled in. Josie Morgan looking to pick it up as near half court as she can.
It never started.
As Morgan picked it up, the clock never started, and they will turn that one down to 3 seconds and now reset it to 5.1 from the sideline. .1 seconds here in the half. They get it to Morgan. Morgan dribbles near the 3-point line. Just forced to throw that one up off the backboard. No good. And the Red Devils will head into halftime facing a 10-point deficit, down 31-21. I'm Thomas Harrison. Alongside me is Kyle Cashtaw, and we will be back after a short break, giving you a first half recap and some adjustments. of the Red Devils. That second free throw attempt, no good. Rebounded by Harfs. And they get it to Murphy. Murphy trying to cut through the defense as she finds Josie Morgan. And Harfs. Harfs will go through the lane once again, just hard off the back of the iron, no good. Rebounded there by Eagleson. Morgan applying pressure near the timeline. So now Greenville will swing it across to the far corner in St. James. Trying to work down low, immediately trapped in triple teamed right there, is forced to just roll that pass out to the three-point line. Bodies hitting the floor, and Murphy is on the ground fighting for it. That'll be a jump ball, and possession will stay with the Greenville Panthers. So we get another mass sub from Greenville, as we mentioned in that first half. With this pace of play, this Greenville team really likes to keep the legs fresh, get new bodies into the game often. Somewhere where this Red Devil team might struggle with a little bit, as they just don't have a large roster and they can't always afford to make those mass substitutions. The steal here will set up a three-pointer from Samantha Sarnes, and she knocks that one down in the far corner, cutting this deficit back to 11, 43-32 Greenville.
Definitely not the person you want to leave wide open in the corner.
Definitely one of the elite shooters on this Red Devil squad, as she will knock that open shot down more often than not. Greenville comes back. Looked like they had a chance to answer, but that one, unlucky roll for the Panthers. Rebounded by Murphy, and the Red Devils off and running. They go over the top to Morgan. She stops in the lane, passes that one off to Sam Sarnes. Sam Sarnes had a lot of traffic down low, but she's able to kick that one out the step back. And that will be a 3-second violation on the Red Devils. Now Sierra Seals will check into the contest for Samantha Sarnes. (43-32) Greenville with the 11-point advantage here as we approach the halfway point in the third quarter. Crewquit bring the ball up the floor for Greenville. So kick that one out to Eagleson and try to work the ball inside. Crewquit tried to come off the handoff right there. The ball hit the floor. Eagleson able to corral that one. Cross court, down low to St. James. Kicks that one back out to Eagleson. Eagleson's three knocks that one down, as there was some great ball movement that possession by Greenville.
This half, there's been much more efficient shooting from Greenville, and that's really hindered the process in this comeback by Eureka.
We talked about it a little bit off air at halftime about how St. James of Greenville looked like she was just forcing up some tough shots down low. The bigger bodies of Greenville were just getting the ball down low in the paint and just forcing it up. And here in the second half, we've seen much less of that. We've seen Greenville come out and work much deeper into the possessions, much deeper into the shot clock, and try to get more high percentage shots. It's right there, Eagleson, the hot hand, no good, but rebounded by Greenville. As the Red Devils will inbound the ball down, 46-32. Murphy, the dangerous pass there to Harfs. She'll get that one back and get it to Morgan. To Marissa Murphy in the near corner. No good, but rebounded by Seals. The Red Devils get a second chance at it. Harfs, three-point attempt long off the side of the iron. No good. They get it to Crewquit. She is wide open, thought about it. She will pass up on that one. Looks like the coach a little frustrated right there, wanting her to shoot that one. But St. James gets it down low, throws that one up. No good, rebounded by Murphy. Murphy and Seals a 2-on-2 fast break. However, she will just pull that one out, slow down the offense. There is a foul now on St. James of Greenville. We'll see Lopez and Brandlin check back into the contest for the Panthers. So now Murphy is heading back to the free throw line. Her first shot will fall for the Red Devils, cutting this deficit down to 13.
Run secondary.
Second one no good, rebounded by the Panthers, and they get it up to Crewquit. Crewquit tries to put that one in, well defended there by Hawkins, but the rebound ripped down by Robertson. and the second chance points push this lead back to 15 for Greenville. Now Josie Morgan cutting through the defense. Pulls this one out, gets it to Murphy, cuts right through the lane. Beautiful move, just can't get that one to fall. So here the pace of play has really picked up coming out of that last stoppage. So it looks like the Panthers are really flying and getting much more aggressive getting back to the basket.
Yeah, in this third quarter, we're really seeing why Greenville is 12-1 in the conference. They're just playing a great all-around game.
So they get it to the perimeter, and that shot, the floater, no good, tipped away, and a couple of Red Devils going after that one. The miscommunication there leads to Greenville getting a second chance at this possession. There's 3 more subs for Greenville, and now Dura will check back into the contest for Marissa Murphy. Lopez looks to inbound for Greenville. Struggling to find the open man here, but they get it in, swinging around the perimeter all the way back to Lopez in the near corner. Her shot no good, tipped, and that will be another foul. So I believe this one is going to be on number 23, Wesley Woodard. So Red Devils are in the bonus now. Dura will head to the free throw line for the Red Devils. Now we mentioned the pace of play in the second half. Early here on this third quarter, we saw Greenville come out working much deeper into the possessions. But it seems like right as we mentioned it, they just flipped the switch and went right back to that first half style of play where they're just trying to get shots up, get to the basket much more aggressively.
Yeah, they're a real dynamic team offensively. They can really seemingly do anything they want to and shoot well.
They would get this one to Brandlin. Again, a lot of congestion up there around the top of the key. Trying to move the ball, but just struggling a little bit. Trying to work down low. They kick it out to Woodard and back out to Lopez. Calling out the motion. It's a shot clock down to 10. That one, I don't know how Lopez got that one to fall, but a fantastic finish from Lopez as that was very well guarded by Morgan. Did a nice job altering the shot. Not a ton of contact, but there is the foul call. And now Lopez will head to the free throw line looking to convert the and one.
Yeah, it was a great finish by Lopez there, but if you're Morgan, that's one where you got to either let her have the 2 or take her out and not allow her to get the shot up.
As Greenville has pushed this lead to 15, and now after this free throw, make it 16 as Lopez converts the and one opportunity. Greenville again applying the pressure the entire way across the timeline as they get it to Hawkins in the corner. Hawkins, a deadly shooter. She thought about it. They get to Dura. Dura moves into the lane, tries to float that one up. Falls trying to save that one. And it looks like they will say that was tipped by Greenville. Falls was going after it. But the Red Devils will keep possession here. Morgan gets that one to Hawkins. Hawkins thought about it. She will pull it back out, and they swing it back to Morgan. Red Devils here trying to work down low, but the trap by Greenville forces a turnover. And we've really seen this game be all about the momentum swings as it came out Greenville up 22-4 at the end of the first quarter. The Red Devils got hot there to end the first half. And now this third quarter of action has been a lot of back and forth, but as of late, Greenville really putting it on here as they are getting to the basket at will. So Olivia Falls commits her second foul of the contest, and Greenville heads back to the free throw line. So first attempt, no good. So score will remain 51-35 with 1:24 left in the contest. That shot, no good. Missing the pair is Greenville. They get the ball up to Hawkins as the Red Devils trying to get things going here quickly late in the third quarter as Morgan's three-point attempt just short, no good, but the long rebound will go to Falls. Kicks it out to Hawkins. Hawkins has time to think about it, puts that one up. Her shot is long, no good, rebounded by Barrett. As now Greenville will slow things down a little bit as we are under a minute here in the third quarter. They get it to Eagleson, trying to work down low to St. James. kicks that one out, trying to drive to the basket. Well defended there by Falls, and the Red Devils will get the ball back with a 10-second differential between the shot and game clock. Red Devils trying to cut into this 16-point lead before they begin the fourth quarter. Now Seals pulls the ball back out, and we are under 30 seconds. 12 on the shot clock now as Morgan gets it to Hawkins in the corner. She thought about it, jab step, passes that one back out. Down to 5 seconds on the shot clock. Now they find Hawkins. She puts up the three. Short, no good. The long rebound will go to Greenville. Shot clock is off, 10 seconds here as they go over the top to Barrett. Barrett is fouled there by Hawkins, and she will head to the free throw line for two.
Not a bad foul there by Hawkins. She would have had an easy two no matter what, at least this way, and it makes her earn it a little bit.
Like we mentioned, nobody really in foul trouble here for the Red Devils. That's a foul. Like you mentioned, Kyle, not afraid to give up. Just want to make sure that one doesn't go in, as now she heads to the free throw line and knocks down the first before we see another mass substitution here right before the end of the third quarter. Barrett gets the ball back, looking to convert both free throws here with 7.5 seconds left in the third quarter of action. She will do just that before being replaced by Crewquit. Greenville has pushed this lead up to 17. Make that 18 now, 53-35. Now Dura drives to the basket, gets the floater to fall there. Nice job by Dura with limited time getting up the floor and knocking that one down. Cutting this deficit down to 16, 53-37 here. Kyle, what do we need to see from the Red Devils if they want to get back into this game and either send this one to overtime or come away with a victory?
Yeah, they've just got to come out. We mentioned it at the top of the broadcast. We needed to see a hot start from Eureka early on in the game. We didn't get it. We really need it right now. Down 16. Greenville played a great third quarter. You've got to turn that around. Find a way to get Greenville to start playing that sloppy game that they were playing in the second. Again, rebounding is essential, especially now and going into the fourth quarter, to get back into this game.
As we look forward to an exciting finish here in the women's contest, make sure you stay on the YouTube channel. Once again, if you've been watching the doubleheaders with us throughout the course of the season, I will remind you that this broadcast will come to an end at the conclusion of this first contest before a new stream will go up before the men's contest, as Eureka and Greenville will square off. Again, looks to be an exciting one, as if you've never seen a Eureka-Greenville game, you're in for a treat, as it will be a high-scoring, high-flying affair. Definitely one you're not going to want to miss. As the buzzer sounds and the teams head back onto the floor, the five on the court for the Red Devils: Morgan, Harfst, Dura, Falls, and Murphy. Now they get it to Dura. She gets the screen from Falls. Dura, scorer that can really take over this game if she wants to. It'll be interesting to see what we see out of her here in the closing minutes. So now Olivia Falls gets called for the offensive foul. That will be her third. So now the Red Devils coming out with the full court pressure, trying to trap initially on the inbounds, but falling back a little bit once they break that initial press. Greenville now looking like they will take more time off the clock with this 16-point lead, working deeper into the shot clock. Mismatch down low as Barnland guarded by Morgan. Big size disadvantage for Morgan. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Struggling to get that one up as Lopez rebounded by the Red Devils. Well played defensively on that possession. So now Harfs will pull from three. That one will miss everything and roll out of bounds, and the ball will go back to the Panthers.
Any other time, that's not a good shot to take, but when you're down 16 points with 9 minutes to go in the game, that's a shot, really. That's all right to take.
They had a decent look at it, just came up a bit short, and now Greenville breaking the press and getting right to the basket is Barrett, but Falls doing a nice job. Really just the intimidation factor right there. Barrett thinks she's going to have to alter the shot. Falls didn't even go after it, and the Red Devils get away with one there on defense. It's a foul now against Greenville. That will go on Emily Brandlin. Brandlin showing that she is much more than just a big body post player down low, as she has been stepping out, knocking down some threes, a very versatile option for this Greenville offense. Into Murphy, right back to Morgan in the corner. 8:30 in the contest here. Greenville leads by 16. Dura now will pull from three, and she knocks that one down. I mentioned it just a few minutes ago. She is a scorer that can take over this game if need be. Maybe that's a spark the Red Devils need. Maybe they just need her to get going.
Yeah, I'd say if Dura, Morgan, or Sarnes get any room whatsoever around the three-point line, they're going to take it here as they try to mount this comeback.
Dura gets called for what appeared from this angle to be a very light touch foul. The referee was behind the call. Looks like maybe he just didn't get the greatest angle at it. Right there, again, great defensive possession for the Red Devils. However, Brandlin is able to save that one from going out of bounds. Looked like it was virtually guaranteed to hit the floor, saves it, and Greenville gets a second chance at the possession. Not only does that second chance at the possession hurt the Red Devils and the chance that gives Greenville another shot to score, but here they have virtually taken a minute off the clock in one possession. Now they're getting down low, and the steal by the Red Devils. 2-on-2, Harfs and Falls racing down the court. Harfs will try to go coast to coast. No good. Rebounded by Falls. Cleans that one up. Knocks that down with the left, cutting this deficit to 11. The Red Devils have come out hot here to start the fourth quarter. Exactly what they needed, as Greenville will send a fresh five into the contest. The full line change here. So you can see the frustration from Greenville, as the Red Devils done a great job here cutting this one down to 11, running in transition, and Dura knocking down a couple big shots.
You mentioned the big chunk of time that Greenville took off the clock in that last possession, and that's something you can't have all the time, but even more so now, because down 11, Eureka needs a minimum of 4 possessions to either tie this game or get back get the lead. And that's without Greenville scoring at all. So they need as many possessions as possible the rest of this game.
As we get the stats here from the scores table, Kyle, why don't you break down the stat sheet for us?
Yeah, for the game, there's a big difference. I know I've harped on shooting percentage pretty much this entire game, but that's really what it's come down to a lot. For the game, Eureka's shooting 25.9% as a team. Compare that to Greenville at 38.8%, and really, Greenville was not shooting well early in the first half. They turned it on in the third, and now have an 11-point lead.
As Greenville comes out of the timeout with a fresh five, and they break the press, and again, slowing it down, trying to take some time off the clock, because right now, with the 11-point lead, I think they can sense the pressure from Eureka, as they know this is certainly a team that's very capable of scoring. As right there, Greenville got 2 looks at it. Crewquit was able to put that one back up, but it will go out of bounds. So Red Devils fortunately there, not letting Greenville score on the 2 possessions. But they sense this pressure right now, as the Red Devils before that timeout had a lot of momentum, knocked down a couple big shots, and really just looked like they were playing much faster basketball. So they get it to Morgan, back to Harfs. Running the weave up tops, they get it to Seals, trying to find some space. Now they kick it out. Murphy will put up the 3-point attempt. That one long, no good. Crashing for the rebound, goes over her head. Rebounded by Greenville. Eagleson bring that one up the floor, guarded by Murphy. Trying to find some cutters down low, but cutting off the passing lanes. Red Devil defense doing a nice job, and they come away with a steal right there. Morgan bringing it up the floor, hands that one off to Seals, trying to find a cutting Harfs, nothing there. Go cross court, Morgan thought about it, puts that shot up, knocks down the 3 from the far corner, as this lead is down to single digits.
Yeah, down to single digits for the first time in a while, and this game just got a little more interesting here.
As Harfs now steps up and takes the charge from St. James, and the momentum is all on the side of the Red Devils right now, as this lead down to 8 for Greenville. You can hear the frustrations as Harf stepped up right there. She knew St. James wasn't going to try to put a move on. She was just going to try to go right to the basket. Very well played defensively by Harfs.
Yeah, it might have been a bit of a break, too, for Eureka. It seemed like Harfs took a late step towards the ball carrier.
As Sarnes now driving around the perimeter. Murphy tries to put the dribble move on spin to the post. Tipped around, no good. Rebounded there by the Panthers. Greenville just milking this clock. Now they will try to drive down low. Falls steps up, goes straight up. Great job defensively on these last few possessions by the Red Devils, not fouling, forcing the turnovers, and saving themselves a lot of time here. Talia Toussaint thought about it. She will now drive, ball fake, put that one up, and that'll be a block. She'll head to the free throw line to try to make this a 6-point game. So now you can see the frustration just mounting on the Greenville bench as he just keeps going to the bench and sending a new 5 into the contest. Unfortunate roll there as that one does a 360 around the rim and drops out. Still an 8-point game here as Greenville leads 53-45 with 5 minutes and 22 seconds left in regulation. Sarnes with a very rare miss on a pair of free throws as Lopez comes away with this one. Brandlin with another big 3 down the stretch here. As in that first half, I don't think she was really attempting many shots at all outside of the lane. And now she has stepped up and knocked down 3 big shots down the stretch.
And that 3 was a strange one. She was wide open for a few seconds, and she wasn't looking to take it, but then we heard the Greenville coach tell her to take it. I mean, you would think it was a beautiful shot. You wouldn't think it would take a shooter to have your coach say shoot it to shoot it.
But Morgan comes down and answers with a 3 of her own from the corner, getting this deficit back down to 8, 56-48 as we are under 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Now Brandlin will put up another one, no good. A quick shot there, rebounded by Harfst, and she will be fouled. Now 4 fouls for Greenville as we are nearing the bonus, and the Red Devils, if they can get into the bonus here, that would be huge as they try to mount this comeback. Morgan brings up the floor, guarded by Lopez, has some space. She goes opposite the screen, gives that one back to Falls. Falls a jab step. She will drive, think about it, kick it to the corner to Sarnes. Sarnes puts up that 3. Rattles around, no good, but rebounded by Falls. She puts that one up and will head back to the free throw line as Falls has done an incredible job on the offensive boards. After that last stoppage, she was sitting at 15 rebounds, 7 of those make it 8 offensively. Just incredible numbers here for Falls as she is just padding that rebound total here as we get late into the contest.
It's amazing to see the impact she can make when she stays out of foul trouble and is able to play the majority of the game, because we've seen her have an incredible impact for small spurts of the game, but then she gets into foul trouble and isn't able to play as much as she would otherwise.
Certainly going to be an exciting player to watch here. Certainly somebody this team can look to build around here in the future of Red Devil basketball. As only a freshman, the impact she has made this season has been incredible. She knocked down the pair. Greenville now just leads by 6. That ball hit the floor. Brandlin thinks about the 3. Falls plays that one nicely, forcing her to kick that one back out to Lopez. That 3-point attempt from Brandlin, no good. Rebounded by Harfst as the Panthers have gone cold shooting, but that one tipped away by Lopez and stolen by the Panthers. So look to get some momentum back. Barrett tries to drive to the basket, puts that one up and gets it to fall. Morgan just turned her back, tried to get out of the way, but Barrett initiated the contact, got the call, gets that one to fall as now she will head back to the free throw line looking to push this lead to 9. Right when it looked like the Red Devils were getting ready to make it a 1-possession game, Greenville comes up with a big steal and a big basket in transition.
Yeah, that's a huge momentum killer there for the Red Devils. That one stings.
Barrett knocks it down, converts the and one opportunity, 59-50. So we have 3.5 minutes and ticking here left in the contest. Find Harfst. The intensity has certainly picked up in this one as Dura takes a step in from the 3-point line. That jumper, no good. Tipped around, rebounded by St. James. Greenville pushing the floor, 3-on-2 here as they get it down low to Woodard, and they call the block there on Dura as it looked like she just tried to get out of the way. Woodard hit the floor. Not sure if her feet got tangled up or what exactly happened, but she will head to the free throw line. And that'll force Dura to check out of the contest and Murphy to check back in. So that was Dura's 4th foul, as this will have to be a quick breather. Just maybe let her regain some composure right here. 3 minutes left. Now a double-digit deficit. You're going to need her back in the contest.
Yeah, you'd have to think that Coach Arbogast is going to get her back in as soon as he can.
As Woodard steps to the free throw line for her 2nd attempt, knocks that one down. 61-50 here with 3 minutes and 12 seconds left in the contest. Now Sarnes tries to drive, forced to alter the shot with St. James down low. The ball loose on the floor, and finally Barrett will get it long enough for Greenville to call a timeout. As a timeout will come from the Greenville bench. It'll be a 30-second timeout as we are under 3 minutes now, 2:59. Greenville leading by 11. Eureka looked like they had a chance to get to a one-possession game, and Greenville came out and answered with a quick run of their own. Once again, make sure you stay tuned. At the conclusion of this contest, we'll give you a brief recap before going off the air, and a new stream will come up on the Eureka Red Devils YouTube channel. Make sure you stay tuned because, like I mentioned, if you've never seen a Eureka College versus Greenville basketball game, it is certainly going to be an exciting one you are not going to want to miss, one that most people mark on the calendar. It's just an incredible style of play, very quickly paced. If you like action, you're going to like this one. The teams head back onto the floor. Out of the timeout, Greenville will inbound the ball, facing a full court press from Eureka. That one to St. James as she dribbles up the floor, looks to get right to the lane. And that foul will go on Marissa Murphy. It looked like she may have been able to get the jump ball call right there, but they will say she got a piece of St. James. Now St. James heads to the free throw line. That first free throw attempt will fall, pushing this lead to 12. St. James knocks down the pair. The Red Devils are going to have to get this offense moving very quickly here, running out of time to cut down this deficit.
These possessions here for the Red Devils have to be very fast and very efficient.
You can't really afford many empty possessions here down the stretch, so you've got to start making things happen. And right there, Lopez almost comes up with a steal. Fortunately enough for the Red Devils, she goes out of bounds, and they will keep the ball with 13 seconds left on the shot clock.
Yeah, with 2.5 minutes here and down 13, for that possession, that's just way too much dribbling. They got to get a shot up, any decent shot up as soon as they can.
Yeah, you certainly don't want to force anything, but at the same time, you can't really hold the ball trying to get a perfect shot. So right now, Morgan dribbles out, tries to get some space, thinks about it. Again, 8 seconds on the shot clock, and that one's stolen away by the Panthers. Lopez goes cross-court to Barrett. Back up top to Woodard. And Lopez, a wide open shot. You have to think typically she takes that one, but here just running down the shot clock, milking this one, trying to go as deeply into the possession as you can. It's now under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Looks like you may see them start to attack. That is a 3-second violation on St. James. Turnover there for Greenville. 2 minutes and 4 seconds on the clock. Morgan goes to Harfst in the corner. Again, using a lot of time here. Tries to get to the basket. That one blocked and rebounded there by Lopez. So you can see the men's teams from both sides are starting to emerge from the tunnels as they are getting ready to go here as this game is winding down to its conclusion. Kyle, this Greenville Panther squad, certainly one you can see exactly why they sit in the conference with a 12-1 record. Just certainly the style of play. What really impressed me the most was their defense and just how fast they are, how they swarm the ball, and how they cut off the passing lanes.
Yeah, it's impressive. No matter how much they're struggling offensively, like we saw in the second quarter, they're able to make up for it with their defense. Like you said, it's just nonstop intensity, always hands in passing lanes.
As Aaron Morgan heads back to the free throw line, she will knock down the first half of her 2 attempts. And now Seals will check back into the contest for Sarnes.
Press break, somebody get middle.
Morgan knocks down the pair, and the Red Devils will go right into the press. Woodard guarded there by Harfs. Harfs trying to come away with the steal, but Lopez will bring this one across the timeline. A little bit of what looked like a late whistle. Certainly sounded like and looked like Lopez was across half court. But we get the whistle, and fortunately enough for the Red Devils,
That was like nip.
they get a turnover right there on the 10-second call.
You can't watch ball.
As that long, dangerous inbounds pass luckily ticked back to Harf. Sarnes goes back the corner 3. She knocks that one down, and a quick timeout will come from Amos Arbogast as the Red Devils now back down to an 8-point deficit.
All of a sudden, a little bit of life here. Like you said, 8-point deficit. It's going to take close to a miracle here to pull this out, but they definitely have life now.
Yeah, getting this one down to single digits is big here for the Red Devils. Fortunate for them, that inbounds pass, a dangerous one in the corner to Sarnes, bounced right back to Harfs, which left Sarnes wide open in the corner, knocking that one down as the shooters have come alive here in the second half for the Red Devils, where it seemed like they were virtually ice cold there early in the contest. Really, for this Red Devil team, if you eliminate that first quarter of play, obviously they would have the lead. But just that entire first quarter play, it didn't look like the Red Devil team we're used to seeing. It just looked like a basketball team that was lost at times, struggling to shoot, going 1 for 18 from the floor. We've seen late, the shooters in this Red Devil team are very capable. As Lopez there with a travel, as she stopped, hesitated, got the defenders off the floor, but dragged that back foot. And that is a big turnover here as the Red Devils get the ball back with 57.7 seconds. Now a full timeout comes from the Red Devil bench. Again, Kyle, with 57 seconds left, 8-point deficit. You get the ball back. This certainly changes some things where it looked like the Panthers are going to be able to milk some clock. You might have to start fouling. What is your strategy here if you're head coach Amos Arbogast?
Get up any decent shot as soon as possible. You don't need to chuck up a 3 here. You're getting close to that, but you don't need it right now. If you can get a quick 2 points, you take that. If you get a decent look at 3, you take that. If one of the key players, Morgan, Durr, or Sarnes, can get that look, you absolutely take it. But you don't need, say, Olivia Falls out on the perimeter chucking up a 3. But yeah, any decent shot as soon as possible.
You've got to cut this one down. Again, no empty possessions here as you are coming down to the wire in what has been a very competitive contest. That first quarter, the 22-4 first quarter score really put the Red Devils in a hole, but they have scratched and clawed their way out of it as they are within striking distance here with a minute left. The inbounds goes to Morgan. She gets what looked like would have been a decent look at 3, but she'll kick it out to Murphy. Using a lot of clock here as they get it to Sarnes, drives to the basket, puts that one up, no good. And out of bounds, Greenville had the ball. Looked like Falls was doing everything she could to try to force Woodard out of bounds. Now the officials will meet and discuss on the baseline. Looks like possession will be retained by the Red Devils. Fortunate enough there for the Red Devils as it looked like that could have been an empty possession.
Yeah, big break. Must have just stepped out of bounds right at the baseline there. Yeah, if you, like you said, close to an empty possession there, and if you have to score on every possession at this point, it'd be all but over if they came out with no points there.
Murphy gets it to Sarnes. Sarnes, that shot no good. Tipped around, rebounded there by Greenville. As now Falls tries to foul her. It looked like there was almost a travel by Brandlin. She will eventually be fouled by Samantha Sarnes and head to the free throw line, as now we will be stuck in the foul game. Now I know the Red Devils here down by 8 as Brandlin heads to the line. She knocks that one down. What are some positives you saw out of this Red Devil squad here in the second half?
In the second half, they were down. I'm going to start late in the first half. About as bad of a first quarter as they could play, going into the second quarter, down 18. But this team never gave up. And from a young team, that's something you like to see moving forward in seasons to come.
Falls puts up the three-point attempt. That one long. No good. Rebounded by Lopez. As now she will dribble out and pass that one up across the timeline. And the foul there on Ashley Harfs will send her back to the free throw line. Kyle, I like how you put it. With this young team, this is what you like to see, especially against the top team in the conference. They showed this is a very competitive team, and the Red Devils, at one point down by 18, really came back and proved they were never out of it. And if you can be within striking distance from 18 points, I think that says a lot about your team, especially with the age, like you mentioned. This a young team, a lot of freshmen seeing a lot of time. Certainly a positive outlook heading into future seasons as we wind down this 2018-2019 campaign.
Yeah, and as this game comes to an end here, Thomas, I'd just like to give you a shout-out. This is your last night on the call after 2 years. It's been a great 2 years for you. How are you feeling going into your last night?
It's certainly been a fun one, been a great time with basketball last season, been able to be a part of some great games, watch some great showings here from some great players in the Red Devils, the great facilities and the staff here. Shout out to everyone, past and present, able to make this happen for us. As this contest comes to a conclusion, Greenville comes up with the 66-55 victory. Like you mentioned, we will go off shortly, but we will be back for our last broadcast of the season as we look to have a great one for you as the men's teams will now take the floor. Thanks for tuning in. As we come back on the air, we will give you a little bit of a recap of this first contest of our doubleheader and welcome in the nightcap. Thanks for listening.